What's up, y'all? I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for coming back for yet another week. In fact, this is part 2 of this week. So today is Sunday, July 29th. Everything you watched in the video previously that I posted just a few hours ago today, I'll link in the description below to that. It's a setup for this video, and all of that was filmed yesterday. Today is actually Sunday, July 29th, and we're gonna spray and pray right here on this 1,000 square foot lawn, as well as in a section in my back lawn that's just about 250 square feet. So if you're ready to go, let's understand where we're at, and then let's get after it. Now, inevitably, I know you guys are gonna ask me, should I cut first? Should I not cut? What should I do? What's the deal here? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut first, and that's just really because how things have shaken out for me. It's been 7 days. I need to cut. I can't let this go any longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut before I do the app. But ideally, it'd probably be better if you did the app like 2 days after a cut. That way the lawn is actively starting to regrow. You're gonna put this juice right in because this will have foliar uptake, and it's just gonna help everything absorb as the lawn is kind of just doing its natural growth. It's probably not best practice to put it on directly after a mow, but again, that's what I'm gonna do here, because what I don't wanna do is spray this and then mow it all off tomorrow. So you kind of see, you wanna just do that. And then the other thing is, you just don't wanna make a mess. The other question that you guys are gonna ask me is, do I need to water this in? And the answer is no, but remember, we need to put this down with a lot of water. So when in doubt, if you have any doubts at all, what you should do probably is after you do this application, go ahead and run your sprinkler for 5-10 minutes just to get a little extra water in. Not required, but that is a little bit of a safety measure just to make sure you don't burn anything. So the answer is, you do not have to water it in. You probably shouldn't water it in, but when in doubt, if you're not sure you got enough water in the mix, go ahead and get a little water in right after the app just to hedge your bets. Okay, now we did all our calculations in the last video, so go ahead and link in the description below. Check that out if you haven't. But now what we need to do, now that we know how much nitrogen we're putting down, which is 1/4 pound per thousand, now we just need to deliver it properly, and that's where we're gonna use the Ortho Hose End Sprayer. If you've not calibrated yours yet, or you don't know how these work, I'll link in the description below to a video I did, way overboard, but I calculated one of these and figured it all out, and now I'm gonna give you the actual settings to use for 1801 Greene Punch at 16 ounces per thousand. So as you'll remember, and this is important, why we lawn journal. By the way, we have official LCN lawn journals coming out very soon, so just think about that. So I have my dial and spray here. Remember, 2 gallons comes out of here every minute. It's actually 2.5 gallons, but it's okay. Just remember, 2 gallons comes out every minute. So you wanna keep everything in 1 minute increments in your mind. You'll also remember that I like to spray 1,000 square feet per minute. That's a good fast walk for me. It's a double fast walk. It's putting a little bit of ass into it. It keeps you on your toes, but it's not too slow either. So 1,000 square feet is sprayed every minute. And 2 gallons comes out of the end of this every minute. Now, this dilution setting, this is what confuses people. This is your dilution per gallon, okay? So for example, 8 ounces per gallon. That means with every gallon of water, it's gonna suck 8 ounces of product out and stick it through the end. So if you remember, we get 2 gallons a minute here. That means that in 1 minute, I'm gonna get 16 ounces to come out of this tank. And it just so happens that I've got 16 ounces per 1,000 here. So remember, every 1 minute, this sprays out 2 gallons. Every 1 gallon, this puts in 8 ounces. So in 1 minute, I will get 16 ounces sucked out of this tank to go ahead and spray my 1,000 square foot area. So in a nutshell, I'm putting 16 ounces in here, and I have 1 minute, and it will cover 1,000 square feet because my rate is 16 ounces per thousand. Got it? One other thing, I have been using this more, and kudos to this product. It does actually pump out almost 100%. I've never used a product or any kind of thing that had a tank that could pump out. There's always quite a bit left in the bottom, but this actually does pump out almost 100% of what's in it. So I'm gonna put in 16 ounces plus just enough to do that back 250, and we'll be good. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm gonna spray the 1,000 square foot area and get a 16 ounce per thousand rate there, and then I'm gonna spray half the backyard and get the same rate, but obviously way pared down because it's a small area. So that's what we're getting right now. Let's go spray and pray. Hose management, so always pull your hose to the 2 furthest ends or 3 furthest ends, whatever you have, so you make sure that you're not going to get caught up somewhere in the middle of your application. You also always want to carry a loop like this, so you have plenty of swing arm here. So keep a loop, pull here. Don't pull with the unit, because you'll mess up that union right there. So pull with your arm and a loop. Spray like this. other quick one. You guys see me wearing PPE when I spray the Next products, right? Long sleeves, long pants, shoes and socks, gloves, eye protection, all that stuff. Listen, I do that just because it's a habit, but I mainly do it because I don't want to make a mess. I just don't want the stuff on my skin. It's not going to hurt you or anything, but you know, these products have iron in them, and if you ever have iron on your hands, I mean, it's just not a smell that I just want on my hands all day is all, but either way, that's the only reason I wear them. These are chemicals, guys. I mean, I understand that, but these are chemicals in the sense of chemical compounds, like water is a chemical of H2O. These products really resemble more beer and vitamins. I mean, the way they're brewed, the humic and stuff is brewed very similar to beer. The vitamins that go in, I mean, these are things that you put in your body too. I have a fulvic acid compound that I take, that I put in my coffee every morning, and a lot of you guys might take fulvic supplements, as well as obviously potassium, iron. These are all things that you're putting in your system. And then sea kelp. I mean, how harmless could sea kelp be? I'm sure I've eaten it on sushi before. So when we talk about chemicals, they're not chemicals like this, blindside, weed control, stuff like that. They're not that kind of chemical. Again, they're really more along the lines of like brewed beer and you know, vitamin supplements. So just wanted to set that straight. You can walk on these. I mean, I've even heard the word food grade used. You can walk on this stuff. It's not going to hurt anybody or anything. But again, I just don't want to smell like iron and stuff all day. That's why I keep it off my skin. Alright, well, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of a two-part series. If you haven't, I'll link in the description below to part 1, because you probably need to watch that to totally understand what we did here. But I do have a couple things I want to talk about just real quick here at the end. The first one is, and I hope I don't drip this on me, is you saw me using two different ends here. This one right here at the top here, we call this the Kemlon gun. I'm not sure if Kemlon invented it or whatever, but it's just a certain spray pattern that we always used at True Greene, Kemlon, whatever. So guys know that as the Kemlon gun. I know that True Greene, some dude developed the JD9, which is a tree shrub gun. There was always a rumor that he had developed this tree shrub gun, which is now the industry standard, blah, 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 and he didn't get paid a dime for it. I don't know. Old rumors. But anyway, you saw me using the Kemlon gun. I actually like that one better just because I like the pattern that it delivers. But you could also use this one, which you saw me using in the back lawn, because it was just a little bit easier for me to cover that small area here. I'm just calling that the bird's mouth, but that has a pretty nice spray pattern as well. So you could use either one. They output the same. Just use what's comfortable. Seriously though, when I talk about spraying by feel, there is something to that. I mean, your brain is really smart, and it can visualize a lot of things really easily if you just pay attention. And a lot of what we do just comes on feel. So kind of as you're spraying, do the techniques, but don't get so wrapped up in following a perfect technique that you don't just use your brain and use your intuition and trust your gut. So last thing I want to say is we do have these shirts available here. Can you see these? You see that? It's kind of a take on ET. It's kind of funny. It says LCN. So if you like something like that, go ahead and click in the link in the description below. I think Josh also made those into posters as well, and I've got one in there I need to unwrap. But anyway, so if that's something that interests you, pick up a t-shirt there. And with that, I'm gonna go finish a couple beers here. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday evening here. With that, I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the lawn.